the beginning of the very worst battle in human history. It's coming. Let me read a bit from Joel chapter 3. For behold, in those days and at that time, when I bring back the captives of Judah and Jerusalem, he's gathering Judah and Jerusalem from the nations of the world. Yes, God himself. I will also gather all nations. He's gathering all nations of the world. Who's turning against Israel? What are the main battles going to be about in the future, coming soon? They're from all the nations against Jerusalem. All nations. And I will gather the nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Where's the valley of Jehoshaphat? It's the Kidron Valley on the outskirts of Jerusalem. And I will enter into judgment with them. Now, why is God going to judge the nations of the world? And why is he gathering the Jews back to Israel? Why is the judgment coming to the nations? On account of my people, my heritage, Israel. That's the reason for God's judgment. On account of Israel. Woo. Let's look at Revelation on this terrible battle coming. The angel comes from heaven, speaks. So the angel thrust his sickle into the earth and gathered the vine of the earth and threw it in the great winepress of the wrath of God. The Kidron Valley is called the winepress of God's wrath. The Kidron Valley is called that. The winepress of God's wrath. So what is God doing? What is he saying here? These nations that come up against Israel, that he has gathered himself, he's throwing them into the winepress. And what does the winepress do? And the winepress was trampled outside the city, and the blood came out of the winepress up to the horses' bridles for 1,600 furlongs. So God is gathering the nations to the valley of Jehoshaphat, the valley called Kidron, the Kidron called the wrath of God's judgment, the winepress, a winepress pressing them. And the battle is so fierce. The blood from this battle is going to flow for 180 miles. 180 miles. It's going to flow out from the Kidron Valley down into the Dead Sea and go on into the Red Sea. And yes, it's going to be a very Red Sea when that much blood comes out. And it comes up to the horses' bridles. That's how deep it is. It's a lot of blood flowing. Beginnings of the worst battle in human history.